Right now, as you're watching this, someone somewhere is crying out for protection. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're facing the hardest season of your life and you need something, someone to shield you from the storm. What I'm about to share with you has been a fortress for believers for over 3,000 years. These aren't just words on a page, they're weapons of warfare, shields of faith, and declarations of victory. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have 5 powerful Psalms that can transform how you face every battle. I'm going to be real with you for a moment. Life hits hard. Whether you're dealing with financial pressure, health scares, relationship turmoil, or that overwhelming feeling that everything is falling apart, you're not alone in this fight. The beautiful thing about the Psalms is that they were written by people who understood struggle. David wrote many of these while running for his life, hiding in caves, betrayed by friends, and facing enemies on every side. These aren't theoretical prayers. They're battle-tested declarations from the trenches of real life. And here's what's incredible. The same God who protected David, who silenced lions for Daniel, who made walls fall for Joshua, that same God is available to you right now, today, in your situation. But before we dive into these 5 powerful Psalms, I need you to do something. Hit that subscribe button if you want more content like this, and more importantly, stick around till the end because I'm going to share a bonus Psalm that many people have never heard of, but it might just be exactly what you need to hear today. Let's start with the heavyweight champion of protection Psalms, Psalm 91. This is often called the Soldier's Psalm because it's been carried into battle by warriors throughout history. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Listen to those words again. Shelter, shadow, refuge, fortress. This isn't just poetic language. This is God building a protective wall around your life. But here's the key. Notice it says, He who dwells. This isn't about a quick prayer when trouble comes. This is about making God's presence your permanent address. When you dwell in His shelter, you're not just visiting for protection, you're living there. I've seen this psalm work miracles. I've watched families declare verse 10, "No harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent," and witness God's supernatural intervention in impossible situations. But we're just getting started. Psalm 91 is powerful, but wait until you hear about Psalm number 4. It's specifically for when you feel completely surrounded by enemies. Now, Psalm 4 might be familiar to you, but I want you to hear it with fresh ears. This isn't just a funeral psalm. This is a life psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. But here's the verse that changes everything when you're in hard times. Verse 4, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Notice it doesn't say if you walk through the valley, it says even though. God knows you're going to face valleys, but here's the promise. You don't walk alone and you don't walk unarmed. That rod and staff? In the ancient world, shepherds used the rod to fight off predators and the staff to guide and rescue sheep. God is both fighting for you and guiding you through. When anxiety tries to overwhelm you, when fear whispers that you won't make it, you declare, "I will fear no evil." Not because the evil isn't real, but because your protector is greater. Psalm 121 is what I call the sleepless night psalm. How many of you have laid awake at 3 a.m., mind racing with worry, wondering who's got your back? I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. But here's where it gets incredible. Listen to this promise. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. While you sleep, God is awake. While you rest, He's on guard duty. This isn't a part-time security system. This is 24/7 divine protection. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. Your right hand, that's your sword hand, your working hand, your dominant side. God positions himself as your shield exactly where you need protection most. And speaking of God positioning himself strategically, wait until you hear Psalm number 5. It's about what happens when God doesn't just protect you, but actually prepares a feast for you right in front of your enemies. Keep watching. Psalm 3 was written when David was literally running for his life from his own son, Absalom. Talk about betrayal from those closest to you. Maybe you can relate. Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. Have you ever felt like everyone was against you? Like even God had abandoned you? David felt it too. But watch what he does next. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. A shield around me, not just in front, but surrounding. And notice, the one who lifts my head high. When shame tries to make you hang your head, when defeat whispers that you should give up, God lifts your head high. I lie down and sleep. I wake again, because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear though tens of thousands assail me on all sides. David could sleep peacefully while surrounded by enemies, not because the threats weren't real, but because his protector was greater than any threat. And now, Psalm number 5, Psalm 27. This is for when you need not just protection, but unshakable confidence in the midst of chaos. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. This is real confidence looks like. It's not based on your circumstances, your bank account, or who's on your side. It's based on whose you are. When David says, "Whom shall I fear?" he's not being reckless. He's being realistic about who his protector is. But I promised you a bonus psalm, and this one might surprise you. It's not one of the famous ones, but it contains a promise that could change how you see your current situation forever. Here's your bonus psalm, Psalm 125. It's short, but don't let that fool you. Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be shaken but endures forever. Cannot be shaken, not will not be shaken, cannot be shaken. When your trust is in the Lord, you become like a mountain. Storms can rage around you, earthquakes can rumble beneath you, but you cannot be moved. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds those who trust in him, both now and forevermore. Jerusalem sits surrounded by mountains on all sides, natural protection. That's the picture of how God surrounds you when you trust him. Listen, whatever hard time you're walking through right now, you're not walking through it alone. These psalms aren't just ancient poetry, they're living words for your current situation. I want you to choose one of these 5 psalms and pray it over your life every day this week. Declare it, believe it, stand on it. And remember, the same God who protected David in the cave, who sustained him through betrayal, who lifted his head high in the midst of battle, that same God is with you right now, in your situation. If this blessed you, subscribe for more biblical encouragement and share this with someone who needs to hear that they're not alone in their fight. God's got you. He's got your situation, and he's not done writing your story. Until next time, stay strong, stay faithful, and remember whose you are.